The What Up Doe Show. Your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm mad, man. I'm mad about it, man. Somebody owe me. Hey, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what up, Doe, man? It's your boy T. Wilson, live on a Wednesday morning. I am in Dallas, Texas, broadcasting remotely in a hotel room, and found out yesterday that while the cleanup crew was in my room, they broke my freaking microphone, and I am not happy about it, so somebody owe me some goddamn money, and that's real talk. Ain't no birthdays today, and I ain't got no time, so let's move on and get this party started. Peace. Yeah, we gonna hop right to it today, man. We ain't wasting no time whatsoever.
What Up Doe Sports?
NCAA Basketball kicked off last night. Basketball is back. Duke won a tough-fought battle with Michigan State last night, 81-71, and it was official that basketball was ready to rock and roll. Most teams I saw yesterday seems to be struggling a bit offensively, but it's early. That's a bit normal. Offense has to catch up with defense. What's abnormal is just how good Kentucky is. It ain't fair, man. Somebody call for assistance or something. Call the police. This ain't fair. Kentucky came out against Kansas, the number 5 team in the country, and won by 1,000,000 points. After the game, Kansas coach came to the podium to discuss the 72-40 beatdown his team had just suffered. He took a sip of water and said, I was hoping that this was vodka. And then Kentucky's coach, Calipari, came out and said,
what are we talking about? Practice?
Yes, we're talking about practice. If this was an NBA game, if this were the NBA, Kentucky would be the biggest team in the league. Block after block after block, it was insane. Scary part is offensively, they struggled a bit too. Like everyone else, still trying to find that rhythm. To think this team could get even better is seriously a scary thought. They are so deep, he is subbing 5 players at a time. So yeah, he hits the horn and the whole team you were just facing leaves the court and a new team comes in. And they are just as good as the team that just left the floor. It ain't fair, man. You're literally playing 2 teams of All-Americans. How can you possibly beat these dudes? I'm willing to bet anyone today that Kentucky wins it all this year. My money is on Kentucky. Any takers? Big up to the Niagara University women's basketball team. They are stuck in a snowstorm on a bus. I pray they make it home safely. It looks like this morning they may have been dug out. It's a pretty bizarre story, but I think they are out and safe. If not, my prayers are still up for you. Hope you guys make it out of there safely. It's pretty crazy.
What Up Doe Entertainment?
It's now time for a What Up Doe Entertainment Report. Let's go to the streets with your boy Bug Nutty. What's going on, Bug Nutty? Bug Nutty.
What up, Doe? This your boy Bug Nutty reporting to you live on a whacked out Wednesday morning. Chris Brown knows how to suck all the value out of a perfectly good $500,000 Lamborghini. This boy slapped lyrics from a Tupac song all over the damn car. That's right, Chris hired artist Herrero, whatever you say, Hero, Wero, however you say his doggone name. He hired the artist to paint the lyric to Tupac's song, Lord Knows, on the car's roof and hood. At least he was considerate enough to make sure he used no F words and no N words in the final product. You know, gotta keep it kid friendly. It's still stupid as hell. I saw the damn car and quite frankly, it looks like that squiggly Arab writing. I can't make out a word of it. Since we can't tell what it say anyway, he should have did that other song nobody know the words to. Bum-dee-dee-ding, bum-dee-ding-ding-ding, lifestyle. Yeah, in case you don't remember, some of Chris's previous Lambo work includes the multicolored Hot Wheels version, the powder blue, and one covered in fingerprint residue. This your boy Bug Nutty with your entertainment report for the What Up Doe Show.
I also want to say, let's keep our prayers out for Tracy Morgan this morning. Tracy Morgan, it was announced yesterday, has suffered brain damage. So he has a severe brain injury, and we may never see the Tracy Morgan we once knew. And word is we will never see that Tracy Morgan again. So prayers go up for a speedy recovery for Tracy Morgan, and that's real talk.
What Up Doe News?
In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, a stripper attacked a co-worker in a bathroom and left the other woman with a pair of stiletto heel puncture wounds in her scalp. Carolyn Wright grabbed a 24-year-old bartender by the hair in the bathroom of the Chaz Joey Strip Club and struck her in the head with a clear plastic high-heeled shoe. The stiletto heel left 2 puncture wounds in the victim's head, requiring staples. You better leave those hookers alone. Leave those hookers alone. In Deland, Florida, a woman accused of murdering her neighbor told police she cut up the body with a hacksaw and tried to cook the parts away. Angela Stolt told police she killed James Schaefer and cut up his body with a hacksaw. She then attempted to cook away the body parts in pots and in her oven, but the method didn't work, and she ended up spreading the parts in dumpsters in New Smyrna Beach. I like a woman with a bit of a crazy streak, but that bitch is ridiculous. I'll pass on that one. I'll take the 0. In Newcastle, Australia, Newcastle University said its library was steam cleaned after officials discovered a student was using the facility to film pornographic videos. Now that's a woman I like. Staff at the library were informed that a student had been filming sexually explicit videos in the facility and posting them to pay-per-view pornographic websites. Parts of the library were ordered to be steam cleaned, and pictures of the student were given to staff with instructions to alert security if she entered the library. I wonder if these pictures were snapshots from the pornographic websites. I'd like to see these. I'm interested. I want to know what's going on here. I deserve to know. In Munich, Germany, police said a woman who spent 5 years sharing a bed with her mother's mummified corpse has been sent to a psychiatric institution. The woman's neighbors told the building manager they were concerned because the 55-year-old woman's mother had not been seen for a long time, and the manager visited the building when the daughter dodged his attempts to make an appointment to speak with the older woman. The woman refused to allow the building manager into her apartment, so police and firefighters forced their way into the dwelling and discovered the woman had been sharing a bed with her mother's corpse since the older woman died in 2009. Police said the body had been in bed for so long it had become mummified. You are going to lock this woman in a crazy house because she wanted to sleep with her mummy? That ain't right. It's her mummy. Hi, Mummy. Mummy, I'm home. Mummy, I'm home. In Bhatia, India, a wedding between 2 monkeys in an Indian village was solemnized by a Hindu priest and featured more than 200 guests. Udesh Mato, owner of the monkeys, organized a procession and a wedding attended by more than 200 villagers in the Bhatia region. Talk about a region starving for entertainment. 200 people came out to see monkeys get married. Ain't that about a bitch? No word if free bananas were handed out at the reception. But it is now time for your What Up Doe closing commentary. Oh, the difference a moment makes. A year ago, everyone was praising running back Adrian Peterson for his triumphant comeback from what should have been a career-hampering injury, maybe even career-ending injury, as he dominated the league against all odds. Now, he's public enemy number 1. Yesterday, the NFL announced that they are suspending AP for a minimum of the rest of the season. A minimum. I get it. It's not so much about what he's accused of. It's about public perception. Let's keep it real. White people think he should not be allowed to play over the accusations of child abuse because he whipped his child with a switch that left marks on his legs. Newsflash, white people. That's what switches do. So he shouldn't be allowed to play football. I talked about this yesterday. I'm here again today. Meanwhile, the National Guard has been called into Missouri to prepare for black people's expected, quote-unquote, unreasonable reaction to the upcoming likely acquittal of Officer Darren Wilson, who murdered an unarmed teen in cold blood back in August. With much strain, I watched Sean Hannity and a panel of like-minded cronies pummel the black community with reasons why we are all wrong and unreasonable. Why Mike Brown was a thug that got what he deserved. Why Darren Wilson is a hero and should be heralded. Why it is all Obama's fault. And he shouldn't be involved. He should not have gotten the government involved. The irony is, through all of this bullshit, I had one thought. Man, we better get out and vote in 2016. I'm going to rally this call for a lot for the next 2 years. Republicans support the killing of young black men, folks. They supported Zimmerman. They are now supporting, they are now the voice of support for Darren Wilson. And the language used was appalling, to say the least. They don't care if you know. It was like watching the Ku Klux Klan's version of The View. I was shocked to not hear them say nigger. I was waiting for somebody to slip up and say, that nigger. It was that bad. I am convinced that a vote for a Republican president these days is a vote for the KKK. We need to keep them out of office. And that's real shit. Otherwise, we will start to see this country turn against the average black man. They will pretend the few that walk like them and talk like them and are willing to walk with them is the standard by which we all should live. Truth is, that won't matter either, because they will call you a nigger too. Meanwhile, those that choose to not play ball are thugs that deserve to be gunned down in the streets at will. And if you try to punish them or discipline them, you are out of line, because that's our job. We punish your children, not you. God bless our children. And have mercy on this country, because we're going to hell in a handbasket. I want to thank you all for listening this morning, man. I know I got to get out of here. I am running late, and I can't be late. Yo, big up to my man, Latone Heart. He hosts a show called The 730 Show. You can hear it on Spreaker.com, Stitcher.com, as well as iTunes. Big up to Dino Red of the Shiznit Show. You can catch that on Spreaker.com. I mean, not Spreaker, but Stitcher.com. Also, The Hoopla Show is on Stitcher.com. Love both shows. They're both on his network. And also, you can get details from the ShiznitShow.com. A big up to Lavinia. She be showing enough of the Straight No Chaser. And then her and her cousin Bajetto does a show called Just Thinking Out Loud. I'm trying to think too fast right now, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Big up to Murray Riley Jr. of the Stomp and Shout Talk Show. You can hear it on Stitcher.com. And last but not least, big up to my man Gil Laurie. Gil Laurie does a show called The Onyx Truth. You can hear it on Stitcher, also theonyxtruth.com. That's all I got, y'all. Peace out. Press your crease out. Keep the police out while I bust his niece out. Have a happy hump day.
gentlemen, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?